loans with a rate that fluctuate, those particular types of things. In the balloon loan, you're paying the small amount at the very beginning, and you pay a large amount at the end. That's to say that you might have enough time later on to save up a certain amount of money in order to make a larger payment at the end of that particular type of loan. With the variable rate loans, the economy might go up, it might go down. It all depends on what the economy is doing at that particular point in time, and that is exactly where you're taking that risk. But as the lender, I'm not really taking any risk, because the minute that you mess up, I'm able to take that home back and then try to find somebody. And if I can't find somebody now, I can always wait. So now we're playing a patience game. How patient am I compared to you, since I've already got my credit and it's sitting on the side and it's going to grow no matter what happens. Either way you look at it, I'm going to make some type of money, because now if I took your home away, you still have to pay me back, and I can sell it again. See, this is how it works. And this is how we've allowed these things to work for hundreds of years now. We don't take the time and put forth the effort to read our contracts and see exactly what's going to happen if I don't come up with my money, or look at the point of view of the business person or the entrepreneur when they're selling the home. I say in these particular situations, what we need to do is don't go outside of our means, build our credit, and only spend cash. When we spend cash, only spend it on profitable things that are going to increase in value. Because when we buy a bunch of cars and stuff like that, normally we put a lot of wear and tear on our cars, so our cars decrease in value. Now, how is it that our homes increase in value? Have you ever thought about how it's possible that something that actually decreases, it weathers, it gets old, actually increases in value? It could be because a time factor. In time, the amount that you're actually spending on this particular home increases. But I believe that it's devalued. And realistically, when I look at a home, somebody purchased it for $400,000  1 year, and 10 years later it's worth $500,000, and they didn't do a thing to the home. I don't want to go to the home and make that purchase for $500,000, but somebody else does. So, due to this fact as an issue, and let's even take it a step further, banks are financial institutions. When it comes to real estate and things like that, regular people can't start banks in the United States. I don't think even anywhere in the world. So what does that tell you about the system? These are things that we just overlook. We don't take the time to understand them and study them and come to those realizations. We just go out there and haphazardly spend our money and hope for the best, because that's just the way it is. We don't take the time to group up and figure out how we can actually have a bank. We just let them tell us that we can't. So let me ask a few questions. Why even use credit? What's the purpose of credit? Where is credit going to bring me? I'm one of the people that my credit is low. It's not because I had an understanding for it as a youngster. It's because I don't even know what credit is as I'm growing up. Why use credit to buy a home? We do know a couple of things. We do know that when we rent, you're not going to own anything later on. You don't even have the opportunity to own when you rent. That money is coming out of your pocket and you never ever see it again. You'll be lucky to be able to claim taxes a year later to receive part of that money back. And let's not even mention the fact that you have to pay taxes on your home too. So how much more are you actually paying per year? So while we're complaining and we're thinking about these things, let's think about the reality of the situation. When you're strong enough to think of these things, then you also have to be strong enough to put something together or a group of people together in order to move towards those higher goals. Is the government going to allow you to stand with a bunch of people without suddenly attacking you with forces, police officers, security officers, secret society, FBI, CIA? They don't allow you to group in that particular fashion. Why? Because we're creating a market. We're creating the value of a product. At this particular point, we're talking about real estate. I want that real estate to be valuable. It's not valuable if everybody can do it. So I tell you, you can't. So we have to have an understanding for these things. It's not simplistic by any means. But when you take the time to gain the knowledge that you need in order to understand these things, continue to learn and learn to articulate these particular types of things, that's when you're able. Again, this is Prentice from Cypher Productions Incorporated. Holla at me. What's up? And I'm out.